So some applications. Of the derivative. Okay. First of all, the first thing that we saw that if the secant, the slope of the secant is the average rate of change, then f prime of x really will be the instantaneous rate of change, I rho, of f of x. Okay? In particular, at any point x equals a, then f prime of a will be the instantaneous rate of change on this one. So this will lead to the one interpretation, f prime of x, like so, is the slope of the tangent actually, let's say f prime of a is the slope of the tangent at x equal a. Okay, so that's something that we already know. So this will be one point. The other point is, since we're talking about instantaneous rate of change, then if f of x is a displacement, or f of t, if f of t is a displacement or position function, then f prime of t is the velocity. Okay, so that's the other interpretation. I want to give you an example with a third interpretation that you may not aware of. So here's an exercise. Okay, let's say C, or C equal f of x, is a cost function to produce x units. So it's the cost function to produce x units of a product. Okay? What we need to do, we need to interpret the following. A, f prime of x. B, f prime of 1,000 equals 9. So this is an early application of the derivative in the real world. And believe me, I was a business owner, and it's actually being used by production managers or business owners and so on, industrial engineers. So it's not just an exercise in the pure mathematics. The solution, let's go with part A. What is f prime of x? Well, we saw in the previous page that it was the instantaneous rate of change of f of x, which is the cost function. So, what is the instantaneous rate of change of cost? Well, some of you heard about the term marginal cost. Marginal cost is the cost to produce additional unit after you produce so many units. Okay? Does it make sense? Well, we'll get back to it. We'll touch it in part B. So we can say it is the marginal cost. In this case, it would be a marginal cost function. Okay, let's go and answer part B. How we interpret, actually, let me write the comment that I just said. What is the definition of the marginal cost? Before we go on, I better explain that. The marginal cost defined, it's a layman definition, but it's sufficient for our purpose. Marginal cost. We're going to say it's the cost to produce the next unit. Okay. And now we can go and do part B. So what is part B? How we interpret f prime of 1000 equals 9. Remember, in light of what we defined right here above it about the marginal cost, it will be the marginal cost when 1000 units have been are produced. Let's say that they have already been produced, because we are looking at the cost to produce the next unit. Okay, so it is the cost to produce the blank unit. What will be the blank? The marginal cost when 1000 units have already been produced. It is the cost to produce the next or the 1001st unit. 1001st unit. That's the definition.